And the last opening of the 8 was so good. What should we do this time?
I don't know. We set the bar too high. It's all downhill from here.
Whatever. Maybe we'll rename it the 7 next time.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah. I gotta say it.
A 6.5. We're now.
Wait. Let's pause here. During the break, Megan said we weren't feeling it because we both said wah wah, and she said we're gonna cut it back to 6.5.
It's now the 6.5.
Welcome to the 6.5. All right, moving on. I feel like those awkward stares in the camera, like dun dun dun.
Yeah, I hope they make everyone out there feel uncomfortable.
I don't think I have to. Well, that might make them feel uncomfortable. I don't know that anything would make them feel comfortable with the way these videos go.
That's true.
Especially when Scott's standing over there or sitting over there.
Is he? No, he's not.
He's not. All right. Well, let's kick this thing off. All right. So we're filming this early. Sorry, because we are live at the Leadership and Development Conference in Atlanta. So why not kick it off with number 8? Megan's interviewed a ton of development pros, and now we're hanging out with them and trying to figure out what is the best practices in franchising. I promise you, the number one question at this conference is going to be, what's new in franchising? And the reality is, nothing is new in franchising except for 1851. It's more so doing the fundamentals, and those brands that are doing the fundamentals and making sure that they have a clear defined path seem to be the ones that are winning. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Let's get on to some of the stories. Next great brand and franchising issue. We interviewed and focus on Planet Fitness as one of the stories and how they got ahead with their strategy of marketing. Megan, you want to give a little insight into that?
So they took a really unique spin on how they want to present themselves as a gym. I mean, obviously, it's a very crowded segment. Everybody has a gym that they go to, but Planet Fitness wants to be your gym because they look at themselves as sort of the anti-gym. They appeal to people who might not be the meatheads, so to speak, or the kind of gym rat. I'm using really like negative terms here, but that's what they say. It's just kind of for the everyday person without having to feel intimidated by the people who are out there like pumping 100 pounds with one finger. So, yeah.
I don't even know why I'm being quiet when I do that. I just feel like there's no words.
And also I go to Planet Fitness, and I can say that it's a good place to go. So.
Wow, endorsement. Yeah. I go to Great Clips, and that's our second story. I also go to Sport Clips, too. It just depends on my mood. But Great Clips, talk about their innovative technology.
Yeah, so they have for both ends of the spectrum, for the franchisee and the client. So for someone who wants to come in and get their haircut, you can download the app and kind of look at the virtual waiting room on their app and kind of see, if you're in a rush, how long you're going to be waiting for a seat to get your hair done. And then on the franchisee end, you can plug into this app to see, say you're out running errands or something and you can't be on site that day to see what's going on. You can see how many people have come in that day, how many people are waiting, how many stylists are there, when they checked in. I mean, it really can allow you to tap into the store without having to be on site.
That's great. Hopefully now, depending on how the last week went, because you never know how technology goes. So I'm talking in the past, future, whatever. Hopefully you're looking at our new website. If you're not, that means it's coming next week because we're still working out some of the kinks. We feel as a magazine that we have to keep innovating too. So it was very critical for us to look at the user experience. 1851 site has gone through many redesigns to try to master how do we capture you guys that are reading our site and encourage you to read more than one story. I think that's the big critical step. I think most people who are in a fast-paced world, whether it's swiping up on their phone or busy trying to figure out what the news is, fill their day with their news, they struggle to find a site that can give it to them in a fast way. So some of the new pieces that are on our new site, whether it's live or not now, hopefully it is, we have the ability to give you news in real time, very quick hitting pieces. So we're aggregating news, the best franchise news from around the web. Obviously, our color schemes have changed. If you're on a story, one of the things that I like most about the new site is you start scrolling down to the bottom of the story versus having to click into another one. We decided to preload them for you. So as you get down to the end of the story, you don't even have to click on anything. You just get to keep on scrolling through. And I would say that's another website best practice. The point of this is that you as a franchisor don't get complacent, especially as you look into next year. Look at ways to innovate. We're doing the same thing, and we need to walk the talk, or talk the walk, or whatever that is. Okay. Megan, you want to talk about this story, and I think it's fairly cool, but I'll let you give your insight on it first. Topper's Pizza has launched straight up pricing. You want to give a little bit of insight into that?
Yeah, so if you get more than 2 toppings on your pizza, it's just one flat fee. They're not going to charge you extra for loading your pizza up with 27 different toppings, which is great. So if you want to go in there and get every topping that they offer and pile it on your pizza, you can do that without going broke. But really the idea behind that is the founder, Scott Gitrich, kind of feels like that's not a gimmick, but a lot of pizza places will kind of put it in their fine print that you can get all these toppings, but for an additional $1.99, and at the end it really adds up. And he believes firmly that you should be able to customize your pizza however you want without having to be penalized for it. And so he decided, why not just let them do what they want and have free reign over their pizza?
As a fat college kid, that would have been perfect. I mean, I'm still kind of a fat kid, but as a fat college kid, that would have been perfect. But Topper's Pizza, I love the innovation there, and we just talked about innovation with our website. They're obviously competing against a wider range of pizza restaurants, as now fast casual has owned a part of the segment. I think it's pretty cool. Straight up pricing gives them a good platform to stand on, and then if it doesn't work, they can say $19.99 and a free knife, free cutting knife.
Free knife.
Well, I don't know. Those infomercials have that stuff too. So if it doesn't work out, Toppers, go late night infomercials. I think that's your best bet. Megan and I were talking off camera, about farm stores. We actually had on the No Limit side a story for them in New Jersey. And what's cool about this, I think it validates PR, and it also shows the full circle approach, because now the story's on our site and that's getting more traction. You want to talk about just some of the excitement that they're having as a brand?
Yeah, we wrote an article a little while back about their growth in New Jersey. A new area developer came on to kind of spearhead the growth there. And we ran an article on NewJersey.com, and people were so intrigued by Farm Stores' unique concept that they were really eager to be a part of it, and they're experiencing a lot of great growth because of it.
Yeah, check out farmstores.1851franchise.com. You'll find some great stories there. Sobelman's is a startup brand out of Milwaukee. Google, Epic, Bloody Marys from Sobelman's, and you'll see what they're about, but they just sold their first franchise, so...
I am excited to have more opportunities to have Bloody Marys with fried chicken on top of it, so I can't complain.
I mean, I would just go in for congratulations, but...
Great job, Dave Sobelman. Yay!
Way to go. No, but it's really exciting as a franchise brand to get that first deal, and sometimes it's nerve-wracking to have to wait a while before that first deal comes in. But way to go. Another great success story of a brand starting to make some moves. And lastly, our number one story, just because it's mine, I wrote about the secret to getting more leads. And there isn't one. There, I just said it. Shh. It's really about fundamentals. And I said that at the top of the 8, and I'll say it at the bottom of the 8. Doing a little bit of everything right gives you the best shot at success. And look, I get it. Franchise budgets are thin these days, and it's hard to stretch them as far as you can. But with technology, with pay-per-click, with PR, with marketing, with advertising, with social media, with word of mouth, with taking your ambassadors and doing the right thing, and most importantly, having a great website, which we've addressed on all of that, then you too can be growing your brand next year. Obviously, be prepared for next year. There are going to be some downturns in the economy based on historical data and what happens in an election year. So there's going to be a little bit of rockiness going into the first part of next year, which is why you might want to increase your spending to fill that pipeline to make sure that you get out of the gate sharply next year. So anything you want to say in closing?
Oh, it was well said.
That's the 8. See ya!